Erling Haaland will not face punishment for throwing the ball at Gabriel Magalhaes in the aftermath of Manchester City's stoppage time equaliser against Arsenal, a source told ESPN. Cameras caught Haaland throwing the ball against the back of the Arsenal defender's head after John Stones had scored to make it 2-2 at the Etihad Stadium on Sunday. The incident was missed by on-field referee Mikel Arteta, but it was spotted by video assistant referee John Brooks, who decided it did not constitute violent conduct. A source told ESPN that the FA are happy that the incident was dealt with at the time and Haaland will not face retrospective action. Barcelona goalkeeper Marc-Andre Ter Stegen is facing a long spell on the sidelines after his club said Monday that he sustained a complete rupture of a tendon in his right knee that requires surgery. Ter Stegen left the field on a stretcher after getting injured in a 5-1 win over Villarreal in the Spanish League on Sunday. Ter Stegen's right knee buckled when he fell awkwardly after going for a high cross into the area just before halftime. Barcelona said that surgery on Ter Stegen's knee was planned Monday after tests confirmed that he has a complete rupture in the patella tendon in his right knee. Liverpool's transfer business could be set to begin in Italy, where it's being reported that club scouts have been sent to watch exciting Atalanta duo Ademola Lookman and Ederson, both of whom were linked with a move to Anfield over the summer. Representatives were sent to watch the duo play against Arsenal in the Champions League last week, where the Serie outfit held the Gunners to a 0-0 draw. Both Lookman and Ederson were named in the starting lineup for the stalemate before the former was substituted after 89 minutes. Any potential deal for Lookman fall through, though then Liverpool could be expected to swoop for Bayer Leverkusen winger Florian Wirtz. Arsenal failed to lift Man City's cloak of invincibility at the Etihad Stadium, but gallant Gunners proved they are finally ready to win the Premier League again. The Premier League is well and truly back. Manchester City and Arsenal served up an instant classic at the Etihad Stadium on Sunday that no one saw coming. FC Barcelona got another great win in La Liga last night as they decimated the high-flying Villarreal at their home La Ceramica with a 5-1 scoreline. Robert Lewandowski, Rafinha and Pablo Torre were all on target, while the hosts solved the 3 goals chalked off for offside. The victory was a costly one for Barcelona as they saw their goalkeeper Marc-Andre Ter Stegen getting stretchered off the pitch due to a torn patellar tendon minutes before the halftime break. This issue can keep the German out for up to 7 to 8 months. However, the Blaugranes got the all-important 3 points in the bag, and this victory also had a historical significance for the club, as Barcelona revealed on their official website. With this win, Hansi Flick has got his team to the joint third best start to a La Liga season in the history of the club. Whatever Hansi Flick has done to Rafinha, it's certainly working after the Brazilian produced a captain's display at Villarreal. The purposeful player that we see before us today is a far cry from the sulking and often laissez-faire winger of yore. Evidently, the option to be able to take up a more central role suits the Brazilian far better than being stationed wide at all times, and he's been so much more influential there. His brace against the Yellow Submarine brought his tally for 2024-25 to 5 goals and 3 assists in 6 La Liga games. If Nagelsmann were to walk away as he returns to club management, then a suitable successor would be required. Former Liverpool manager Klopp is an obvious choice for the German FA to consider. Boller concedes that the 57-year-old is already in his thoughts, telling ZDF's actual Sport Studio. If Julian Nagelsmann were to decide at some point that he would rather coach a top club again, then of course there is no way around Jurgen Klopp, if he wants to, that he will decide for himself whether he wants to be national coach beyond the World Cup. No matter who becomes national coach after the World Cup, they will find a well-functioning team, qualifying for the next World Cup, which will be co-hosted by the United States, Canada and Mexico. Begins for European nations in March 2025. The FA have launched an investigation into Milutin Osmagic's alleged bite on Liverpool loanee Owen Beck that took place in Preston's goalless draw against Blackburn. The Welshman was sent off in the 89th minute shortly after the moment, which saw the Preston man lean into his neck and bite Beck on camera. The Mirror report that the FA have now launched an investigation into the incident. And well, Akanji insisted that Arsenal are always looking for a drama and that even though Mikel Arteta's side are one of the best in Europe at the dark arts, Man City will win the Premier League title again. Always when we play against them, that's what they're looking for. The drama, going hard in the duels, defending with 11 players in their own box and then trying to score from set pieces, said Man City's Akanji after the 2 sides drew on Sunday. You don't think there are many better than them at it, the dark arts in Europe? Yeah, they're the masters of the dark arts, but in the end we always win the title and I don't think it will be different this year, Akanji added. Sporting Lisbon's Victor Gyökeres has been attracting much attention, especially with his start to the 2024-25 season. Moreover, a new suitor joins the race to land the 26-year-old forward. According to a report from Codicite last week, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur and PSG are the main clubs to watch in the race for Victor Gyökeres. The report notes that Spurs have shown the strongest interest in the forward. The latest club to express interest in the Swedish standout is FC Barcelona. According to SPORT, the Catalan side are considering Gyökeres as a potential long-term replacement for striker Robert Lewandowski. AS Roma owner and US billionaire Dan Friedkin is now close to completing a takeover of Premier League club Everton, according to reports. Everton recently played down prospective new owner John Textor's comments about being close to a takeover earlier this month, insisting that there remains work to be done. Manchester City star Kyle Walker has hit out at referee Mikel Arteta and accused him of duping him during Sunday's controversial clash with Arsenal. The City captain reckons Arteta didn't allow him to get back into position to prevent Arsenal's equaliser in their 2-2 draw. Arteta called City skipper Walker and his opposite number Bukayo Saka over to speak with him in the first half in a bid to calm down both teams. Walker said, "I went over of my own accord to kind of say yeah, fair enough. But for him to call both captains over and then not let me get back in position? If I was a goalkeeper, does he let me get back in my net? Of course. So I'm a defender on the first line of defence. He should let me get back in, let me set and then blow his whistle." Trent Alexander-Arnold has explained he wants Liverpool boss Arne Slot to be harsh on him to help him become a better defender. "We agreed he would be harsh on me. Anytime an attacker got by me, he would call it out in meetings and individual meetings and say this can't happen." Alexander-Arnold said, "We go through every game together, our highlights and where he wants me to improve. Even the Milan game, we had about 20 clips going through what I could have done better and the good parts as well."